Doesn't look like that works. Excuse me. Sir, sorry to disturb you, but yoo-hoo! Can you hear me?
3, 2, 1, contact! And we have liftoff! Oh, holy mother. A dame. A pretty dame on the launch pad.
Please, no need to worry, sir. Just do stay calm. I just want some information.
Watch what you're doing, sweetheart. We ain't got no information, no strategies, no plans to tell anyone, anywhere, anytime. Military regulations, you dig it, man?
My name's Kate Walker. I'm a lawyer from... I'm a bit lost. And I guess you know this place.
Boris Charov, at your service, madam. Can I offer you something from the bar?
No, thank you. Tell me, how long have you been here?
For as long as it took for you to come along, sweet pea. Don't think I've been lonely. I got a bottle or two here. Keep me company?
You're a soldier, aren't you? Ex-cosmonaut?
Hey, honey, that's all in the past. Hell, let's talk about today. Let's have a drink. That's an order, soldier.
Please, can you try and get a grip? I must absolutely find a way out of this industrial complex.
Jeez, me too. I've really got to get out of this dump, but not before I've had a little drink. Here, get your pretty little lips around this. Vodka. Tell me what you think.
Do you have a vehicle to lend me? I think I'd even test one of your rockets right now if I had to.
Toast my rockets. Hey, pretty dame, I'll drink to that. Now, just a minute. We gotta need a special bottle for this special occasion. Something to blow you away. 3, 2, 1, contact, and we have liftoff.
Okay, that's enough.
What was that? Did you say something? Are female comrades revolting or what? Oh, trouble on its way. Bottoms up. Power to the babushkas.
I heard that maybe you could lend me a vehicle or something?
A vehicle? All our vehicles were picked up and shipped out to the borders years ago. General's orders. I say, let us raise our glass to this finest soldier this country's ever known, little lady.
I don't mean to offend you, but I'm not in the mood for a drink right now.
And you'll live to regret it to your dying days, sweetheart. To your health, while you have it.
Does the name Hans Vorarlberg mean anything to you?
Karlsberg. Of course I know that name.
Vorarlberg. He's a person. I'm looking for him, and I think he might have come by here a few years ago.
Well, in that case, let us raise our glasses.
I came here by train, but I've got this mechanical problem. I had to leave the train down in the industrial zone.
Ah, Borodine, that dumb traitor. I tell you, he's gone over to the enemy, over to the dark side. It's terrifying, the darkness. Eating out his brain. The jerk.
That's maybe going a bit far. He is a little eccentric, I'll grant you that. But when you live on your own, cut off from the world for so long...
His brain's gone AWOL, I tell you. There's no darkness in my brain. I've got a cure. See? My secret antidote. Go on, have some.
I don't think I'm in a high-risk category, but... So many birds nesting around here.
Dumb birds.
Sounds like you're jealous of them.
Well, maybe you're just right there. 'Cause sometimes I like to let Soyuz loose and watch 'em circle for hours on end.
Soyuz?
Soyuz, ma'am. A silver angel. A savior who cleans our...
I need to get to...
You go ahead, soldier. I'll stay here and keep you covered. I got the supply.
I was going to... Forget it, it doesn't matter. He's too drunk to help anyone anyway.
I am not drunk. I have drunk. A little. Strange. Sure, I left a bottle or two around here. I gotta get some air. Walls.
Are you okay, Colonel? Are you sure you're all right?
Yeah.
Be careful! Don't lean out too far or you'll...
Ah!
I need a key. This thing's jammed. If that's going to work, it looks like... I need a key. I need a key.
Hey, what's happening? That's water you got there. Stop it! Now! You want me to drown?
Calm down, it's all right. Just a little wake-up call, that's all. You must have had quite a bit to drink.
Gee, you're right there. Not the first time either. Probably won't be the last. Man, my head.
Please, do excuse me. But it was the only way I could think of to bring you back to your senses.
A little extreme, maybe.
Do you think the airship still works?
No idea.
And then I've got to learn how to use it, too.
You won't have any worries there. It has an automatic pilot.
Thanks. Does Arrow...
Arrowbad. It's been a long time since I heard that name. It's a spa resort, ma'am.
And where exactly is this place?
Further east. We never had to know where exactly.
There aren't many
When they decided to close the Cosmodrome, if I can help you, please.
I came here by train, but unfortunately it broke down.
Someone.
Well,
Be careful, ma'am.
he suggested I come and see you, actually.
I don't care what he thinks of me.
I'm looking for someone.
Hans. You want to know if I know Hans? But of course. He invented one of the most incredible
What do you mean?
Hans Varlberg and his famous flying wing. See, he invented this.
Just disappeared like that?
You see, he wanted to hit the stars, but not.
If everything was ready, why...
Nobody understood machines here like Hans, especially not his own utopian inventions. You see, such inventions only live in.
I'm beginning to understand a bit about how Hans Varl...
I don't really know.
Thank you so much for helping.
It's been great talking to you.
Doesn't look like that works. Doesn't look like that works. There you are. I was looking for you. I've managed to trigger the autopilot mechanism.
Maybe. I've got to...
Let's just say that since the start of the journey, I've managed to get...
Okay. I have a deal to make with you. I've been living in this dumb launcher site for years. And I've always said that one of these days I'm going to the stars on that flying wing. And I better make that trip before vodka stews my brain. But I gotta know how it works. And you look like you might have some clue at least. What are you tinkering with?
Just a bit long.
I'm sorry, I just couldn't wait.
Comrade Boris,
Excuse me?
to get the centrifuge going, we'll need to analyze the pilot's blood. If you're going to the stars, you've got to be in good health, you see? That's why I need a blood sample. It won't hurt.
There's two things a good soldier is always ready to do. Drop his pants and spill his blood. Go ahead.
I'll only be needing your blood.
My pleasure, ma'am. Ow!
Doesn't look like that works. Okay, I think I've figured out how it works. Get settled in and let's go. Colonel, are you all right?
Never been better. Head's spinning a bit, but I am used to that. I'm a professional pilot. Miss Walker! Come in, Miss Walker. Are you receiving me?
Clear as smog. Can you speak up?
I'm ready. Press the launch button.
Takeoff procedure engaged. Countdown commencing.
Colonel, you've forgotten to tell me the secret of the airship. What do I have to do?
The airship will need to be right up.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have liftoff.
Doesn't look like that. Hello?
What do you think you're doing, Kate? I wanted updates. I wanted results.
Certainly, Mr. Marson. We all do. Down on the ground, we're doing all we can, but there's no new developments.
Kate, I don't think you understand the urgency of this situation. Universal Toys are on my back and digging in. I can't hold them off much longer. You're putting the firm in a very tricky situation.
I am very sorry, but a slight mishap or two has meant that I've had to modify my mission temporarily.
Miss Walker, you're walking on a minefield here. I don't have to underline that this affair is Class A priority numero uno. Hot.
I am only too aware of that, Mr. Marson, and believe me, I am doing all I possibly can. But this mission is really no piece of cake.
You can have all the cake you want and eat it too when you get home. Next time I call you, I want something concrete, something solid. I want results. You understand? Results.
Yes, Mr. Marson. That is so beautiful. Good morning, sir.
Good day to you, ma'am, and welcome to the Hotel Kronsky. I don't expect you've made a reservation, have you? Well, no matter. We've got a few rooms left with a sea view. By far the best on offer.
Well, actually I wasn't counting on staying in Arrowbad.
I see. It's like that then. So, what can I do for you?
Let me introduce myself. I'm Kate Walker. I'm a lawyer.
Ah, very pleased to meet you, Miss Walker. Felix Smetana at your service. I'm the receptionist of this establishment.
This hotel is truly incredible, though.
You should see how sumptuous our suites are.
No, it's okay, thank you.
Right. Well, in that case, I don't...
It's a real shame that there aren't any guests at your hotel.
We had our moment of glory, but now...
Doesn't it make you sad?
Why should it? Once upon a time, I met the greatest of the great. Now...
Usually I travel on this fantastic mechanical train. Haven't I seen some kind of a station here?
Of course it is. What were you suggesting? If I'm not very much mistaken, that's your air balloon.
Oh yeah, the airship. That's a bit different. I just borrowed that.
Whatever. You better think about getting it off there, and quick. With that contraption on my lawns...
Could you tell me if a certain Hans Vorarlberg has ever been here?
On a spa holiday?
Yes, that...
I'm sorry, but our hotel...
Come on, please. It's not like it's a state secret.
And if I just let you consult our register... That's just what I was expecting. Adieu, as the French say.
Sir.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but my...
Well, let me just say that by helping me out...
Ma'am, I'm not to be...
I want to meet someone who lives here.
That's very inconvenient. None of my customers said they were expecting someone. You can't just turn up like that. We've got a very strict policy. In this day and age, the hotel...
Please, I absolutely must speak with her. It's very important.
If it was that important, all you had to do was ring the hotel. People come here to rest, you see, to get away from the world, which ain't turning so good these...
Honestly, if I could have called, I would have called, but I couldn't.
Ma'am, in this hotel, we don't bend nothing for no one.
Well,
At your service.
Attack! Attack! Attack!
I'm sorry to disturb you again.
Don't even think about it. And
Why are you telling me that?
no reason. Like that, just in case you feel like walking in and...
Yeah, of course. I want...
That... if it...
honest...
Ma'am,
Sir.
I'm...
Well,
Ma'am,
well,
at...
the door's locked.
Attack! Attack! Attack!
Sir?
Yes! Yes! Go!
Sir?
You again? You're beginning to really overstep them. But what the hell's going on over there? Why is it me gets hell to pay when there's already too much work to do?
Hello there.
Good afternoon, miss.
Are you the hotel barman?
My name is James, miss. James, the automaton nurse. I am not a barman.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to upset you.
If you don't mind, miss, I would appreciate it if you would just be a little more rigorous in the terms you employ in the future.
My name is...
Pleased to meet you, miss.
No, I'm not.
I would be delighted to serve you tea when Madam returns from her constitutional.
I don't want to impose.
Madam likes to complain for the sake of it.
In that case... I'm looking for Madame...
3:30 to 4:30 p.m., Madam Romansky takes her daily constitutional on the pier.
Is it possible to...
As you wish.
Can you take me...
Not at this hour, miss. Madam was...
So?
Madam knows perfectly well that during this season I don't go down to the pier. My wheelwork goes dicky under the double corrosive action of the salt and sand winds.
Come on.
No, I'll stay here and make ready for Madame in case she needs me.
Have you ever heard of a Miss...
The name is not entirely...
Really?
That I cannot say, miss. Madam has forbidden me from...
Why?
Nostalgia, sadness, medication. Call it what you humans will. We never had this conversation, did we, miss?
Don't worry. Do you know Komkalsgrad? I left my train there with its...
Firstly, I would say that I do not know Komkolsgrad. Secondly, I have never taken a train.
Yeah, but you two really do look alike.
Why is he not here with his train, then? I would...
It's a long story.
Such attachment...
Well, I'm going, James.
It would be a pleasure to...
I don't need to use... Doesn't look like that. That door is... Hello there.
Good afternoon.
I'm looking...
3:30 to 4:30 p.m. Madam Romansky takes her daily constitutional on the pier.
Is it possible...
As you will.
Well, I'm...
It would...
Doesn't look like that. Doesn't look like... Doesn't look like... Doesn't look like... Doesn't look... Doesn't look... Doesn't look... Hello there.
Good afternoon.
Can you take me to...
Not at this hour, miss.
So?
Madam, no.
Come on.
No.
I'm looking for Madam...
3:30 to 4:30 p.m. Madam Romansky takes her daily constitutional on the pier. Tea is served at 5 o'clock sharp.
Is it possible...
As you...
Well...
It would...
Doesn't look like... Doesn't look like... Doesn't look like that... that doesn't work. Just as I thought. Darn it! That doesn't... Just as I thought. Doesn't look like... Doesn't look like that worked. Darn it! That doesn't work. Just as I... Doesn't look like that... Darn it! That doesn't work. Just as I thought. Doesn't look like that works. Doesn't look like that worked. Doesn't look like... If that's... Madame Romansky? Madame Helena Romansky?
Who are you? What do you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you, ma'am. My name's Kate Walker. I've come on behalf of Frank Malkovich.
Ah, Markovich, the old son of a gun. Are you one of his relatives?
Not exactly. He's a good friend of my mother's. He told me you might be here in Arrowbad. I'm American, a lawyer.
To what do I owe your visit? You have come so far. It must be important.
Indeed it is. I have very delicate and pressing business to attend to. I have just left...
Later, my dear, later. I have a slight headache. This hotel mask, they pinch so. I have to go in.
Your valet. Madame...
So...
You back here again? How dare you show your damn face round here? Get out of here immediately!
Please. I absolutely must find...
Miss Romansky! Oh, yes, I'm sorry. She managed to lie her way in here. Don't matter how vigilant you are, there's always one. But it won't happen again. She'll be out on her ear before you can say, I hope she hasn't upset you too much.
Oh, Felix. Stop being such a grizzly bear. This woman is my guest.
She's your guest? But that ain't possible. This vandal didn't even know you 3 hours ago.
Be quiet, Felix, before you offend someone.
Miss Romansky, please. This maniac turned up earlier and tried to wreck the fountain. If it wasn't for the...
I said enough, Felix. Please treat Miss Walker with the respect befitting one of...
Yes, crystal clear, Madame Romansky. Please do accept my humble apologies.
Very good, Felix. You may go now.
No point weighing myself down. Hello there.
Good afternoon.
Do you know Madame Romansky?
I have been in Madam...
So you must have seen a thing or two. That must have been
I was but a twinkle in my Creator's eye.
Can you take me?
Not at the...
So?
Madam...
Come.
No.
I'm looking for Madame Romansky.
As you wish.
Do you know?
I have been in Madam's service since my... Inception.
So,
I...
well, I'm...
It...
James, what are you waiting for? Don't tell me you didn't hear the bell this time.
The bell did indeed ring.
Yeah, it is a bit gusty.
Madam doesn't understand. She says an automaton doesn't need protection.
And if you wore my mask, to protect you against assault.
Oh, most...
Katie Pooh. So, have you met her yet? This Helena person? What's she like? Does she remember Frank?
Hi, Mom. Yeah, sure. I met her, and yeah, she's living in Arrowbad. You can thank Frank for me again.
I'll remember too, honey. So, what's Arrowbad like? Maybe Frank can take me there one day.
It's this seaside resort, Ma, but it isn't what it used to be. You'd be real disappointed.
Maybe you're right. So, when are you coming home? Is that mission all over then?
Not really, Ma. I still haven't found the heir I'm looking for to wrap up the case. Helena Romansky's a kind of detour here.
Listen, Munchkin, I get the distinct impression that you're being led up the garden path. Why don't you just come home, tell your boss this heir just doesn't exist, that you've done all you can, et voila. Do you want me to call him for you?
Ma, please, don't get involved. Looking for Hans Vorarlberg is what I'm being paid for. But I also just want to find him for myself.
Honestly, you're just as stubborn as your father. Don't complain that your mother didn't warn you.
Don't worry, I won't. It's a real honor to meet you, Madame Romansky. People have told me so much about you.
People still talk about me. Oh dear.
Of course. Everyone tells me how wonderful you were. How you were one of the greatest singers of the century.
Ah, so I was, my dear. But surely you didn't come here just to dig up the past.
Like I said, I'm a lawyer, and to tell you the truth, I don't know much about classical music.
Oh, you are too late, my child. 10 years too late. And how is dear Frank? Do tell me. Oh, I am still angry with him for
I don't think he sings much anymore. The odd gala, the odd charity event. Anyway, he sends his love.
Oh! Oh, his love.
Never said they didn't, madam.
What about this other gentleman? What is his name? Borodin?
Yes, you once sang in Komkalsgrad. An incredible recital, if the director's account is anything to go by. If you only knew how moved he still is. He's another one who still adores you.
I must confess that seeing one of my greatest admirers once more would do wonders for me, but... my voice. It is so... I couldn't.
I'm wrapped up in a case at the moment, and because of it I met a certain Mr. Sergei Borodin.
I remember that factory. A sad city indeed. What am I saying? They all were.
Madame Romansky, this Borodin is one of your biggest fans.
Sing? Oh, my poor girl. I have not sung for years.
Oh, aren't you going a bit far there? I bet you've still got a great voice.
Oh, you are the sweetest cherry, my dear. I am not senile yet.
You must have had
much more than you could ever imagine. I used to sing the finest melodies of the moment in the most fantastic theaters around the world. I have been hailed by kings and courted by princes. Grown men would sink to their knees when they heard the first notes of my recital. My voice could break crystal glass and hearts, many hearts.
I'm not surprised.
Then one day sickness steals away the gift life has given you. My voice started to betray me. I started to get migraines. My health failed. They sent me here to let the spa town weave its healing spell. I was only going to rest for a month, but then the month became a year and the years get longer.
But you look so healthy to me.
Oh, thank you, my dear.
Look, please, you absolutely have to come with
your trip.
That's right. I've been traveling on this amazing locomotive with this automaton engineer.
Do you hear that, James? And automaton? You have a twin brother? How delightful. And I
Permit me to express my surprise, madam.
Oscar isn't my butler, though. He has a great independence of thought.
Just like you, James. Isn't that funny?
Madam will not be surprised to hear that she is strongly advised not to undertake a journey that, unless I am very much mistaken, will...
James, only one of us will make that decision, and that person is me.
He had to stay with the train in Komkalsgrad. The director used his hands for the final touches on his pianist. It's the same pianist that will accompany you when you sing.
How quaint. Another automaton. And this one can even play along with me? Play for me?
Strange.
You know?
Not exactly. I'm looking for him to sort out this inheritance case. But
oh, yes. I knew Hans Wollerberg. Do you hear, James? If you had had the chance to meet Hans. My Hans. Oh, my God.
As questions go, madam,
I'm sorry, but I have no idea. That's the goal of my mission.
And you cannot find him without the train?
The train is one of his last inventions. So is Oscar, the automaton engineer.
Yes, madam. As you have frequently said, without that famous cocktail, your French tour would have...
I don't understand.
An extraordinary tale, my dear. It was December, and it was terribly cold and damp. I had to play the role of Tatiana that evening at the opera. But since the morning, I had lost my voice. It drove me completely mad with worry. I don't know how George, the barman at the Moritz Hotel, heard about my affliction, but he brought me up a cocktail that he had invented. A strange concoction. But it turned out to be a miracle cure. My voice returned to me in an instant.
That's amazing.
My dear child. It is impossible.
Well, I'm going to get George to tell me. Madame Romansky, please...
I understand, my dear. But
I'll let you...
It was a real pleasure, my...
I wonder how that works. I wonder how that... I wonder how... I've come to say I'm sorry for the fountain. I hope I haven't caused too much damage.
Oh, it's no problem. I mean, who even looks at the stupid fountain these days?
I just asked if she could come with me.
Romansky, sing? It's been a year and a day since you last sung anything.
We'll see.
And you certainly have...
There's no way you could help me in my research.
Once upon a time.
So you think Madame
I don't...
Goodbye, Miss...
You haven't changed your mind, then?
Thanks very much.
I'm sorry. Catch me after my aquagymnastics.
Mawson and Lawmont.
Can you put me through to Mr. Mars?
Mr. Mawson's in a meeting right now and... You have reached...
Dan Foster isn't around to take your call right now, so...
Hello, Hotel Moritz?
Reception here. Can I help you?
I'd like to talk to Mr. George. He's a barman at your hotel.
I'll connect you with the bar. Just a moment. Hello, Hotel Bar?
Hi, I'd like to talk to George, please.
George? You mean Mr. George?
Yeah, probably. He must have been a barman at the Moritz in the 50s.
Well, don't want to disappoint you, but Mr. George stopped working here quite a while ago. What was it about?
I've been told that Mr. George had a recipe for a fantastic cocktail, and only he knew the ingredients. I absolutely must know what was in it. It's a matter of life and death.
I'd love to help you, ma'am, but you see, old George, now he knew a lot of cocktails. One hell of a barman and one hell of a reputation. He did write down his recipes before he left. But if you can tell me which one you were looking for exactly?
I don't know. There are a lot of them, you say?
Yeah. The Paris Peking Shuffle, the Deep Green Secret. Boko Poco, Blue Helena, Red Mambo.
Helena! Yeah, that's the one. The Blue Helena.
Right, I'll take a look. Blue Helena, you say? Let's see. 1 measure of vodka, 1 measure of blue curacao, 1 measure of honey, a dash of lime and ice cubes. Shake it all together, and Bob's your uncle.
Perfect. Thank you very much, sir. You have been most helpful to me. Mr. Fe-
What can I...
There's no way you could help me in my research.
What?
So you...
I don't...
I'm
See you...
Madam
Do you have...
No.
No buts, dear. No ifs. If I don't...
I quite agree.
No, don't say that.
Go on, my dear.